what is good? It's your boy Money Mitch, and we are back with another episode of No Cap Podcast. And I'm making this episode today because I had a mental burnout day. So I was kind of I didn't do anything today. I doom scrolled on my phone all day. So I wasted a full day. Didn't get anything done. Uh, didn't do anything. You get me? Just a lot going on right now mentally. But yeah, let's look at this video to further explain what I was mentally going through.
It's shit like Simon says, what I say go, my goods be doing the most.
One of the things I have the hardest time dealing with today is the fact that everything in our lives is so fast-paced. Everything is rushed. And I want to know if this is something that y'all have been experiencing also, but to me, this is getting absolutely absurd. It's like we've all lost all sense of patience. And I can't help but think that these giant corporations like Amazon have really played a role in this, because now you can go online, you can buy your stuff, and it's delivered at your door within a few hours. I mean, it used to be overnight, but now literally a few hours and somebody's knocking on your door delivering your stuff. And now, of course, we also have social media. I mean, if you want a dopamine fix, or if you want to feel some type of emotion, whether it be positive or negative, all you have to do is pull your phone out and scroll. Everything is at our disposal. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's just a matter of us having access to unlimited convenience. But whatever the case may be, I think this is a very bad thing, because it seems to be impacting us in a very negative way. I've even seen now where small businesses are struggling because their customers demand stuff overnight. And when you're a small business, you don't have teams of logisticians, you don't have fulfillment centers. And that's especially true if you're hand making your products. I've seen where some small businesses have right there on their homepage and on the checkout saying that fulfillment could take a week or 2 weeks. And then people buy this stuff and they come back a couple days later. Where's my shipment? Where's my tracking number? Why hasn't this stuff been delivered yet? And in some cases, these customers even request chargebacks, which really hurts the business. But it all ties back to this idea that nobody has any patience anymore. People can't wait on anything. And I see this all the time when I go out into public, and that's one thing that keeps me home, because I can't stand dealing with that stuff. I'm telling you right now, I went to Costco not too long ago, which is very rare I go there. But I had a friend that has a membership, so we went there to buy some, bulk items. And we got there very early in the morning thinking we were going to beat the mad dash. And there was a line around the block to get into Costco. We didn't wait in the line, we sat in the car, but when we went in, it was like somebody opened the floodgates and these people were just pushing and shoving to get through the doors to buy what? I mean, the stuff is not going to sell out. Costco has so much inventory. What are they in such a hurry for? And we got in there and it was almost like Black Friday shopping. And I thought, okay, maybe that's a fluke. But then I went there again, and the same exact scenario unfolded. So what is everybody in such a rush for? And why is everybody so intense and erratic and chaotic? And it doesn't just stop with shopping, because I see this even more when I'm driving. It's almost as if road rage is the common theme now. I was driving down the road one day. Actually, it was the interstate. And there was a guy in a Range Rover that was in such a hurry to go who knows where, that he goes over in the shoulder, passing people. I'm talking like pieces of tire and all the debris and stuff that's always in the shoulder. It was flying up, hitting people's cars. And he was passing cars at probably 100, 110 miles an hour while on his cell phone. And it just left me wondering, what is so doggone important that you have to get there that fast? And you would think that maybe that's a fluke, but I see this stuff all the time. I can't tell you how many people I've had pass me on the shoulder if I'm stopped to turn or something like that, or just pass me on the shoulder in general if I'm just driving down the road. And it's not like I drive slow, and it's not like I'm the only person they're passing. So what's the big hurry? And the irony here is that you'll see those same people that pass you on the shoulder that act like they're in such a rush at the next stop sign or the next red light. They maybe got home 5 seconds faster than you. It's almost as if people don't realize that if you're driving 30 minutes, unless you're going 200 miles an hour, you're not really gaining any time. Maybe you're gaining a few seconds, but is all that erratic driving putting people at risk, is it worth that? None of this stuff makes any sense to me. And I think this also bleeds into the job market. And don't get me wrong, the job market is not set up in an ideal way, that's for sure. But nobody values hard work anymore. Nobody values getting in and starting from scratch and working your way up the ladder and making a name for yourself and just exercising a little bit of patience. Because when I was growing up and throughout my entire career, that's what it was all about. You start at the bottom of the ladder, and over time, when you work and you put in the effort, eventually you get the raise. Eventually you get the promotion. And the sad reality is, that's the way the job market's set up. You start at the lowest rung and you work your way up. It takes time. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that it couldn't be better, but it's the way things are set up. But we now have all these people that are in the job market that expect to start off making 20, 30 bucks an hour. They expect to start off making $200,000 a year. And yes, people should definitely be making a lot more than they are, but you can't expect to start off making what somebody that's been there for 30 years is making. And I think another big way the job market is being impacted by this is the fact that people get these jobs and they expect it to be fun and exciting every single day. They expect to show up to work and not have any complaints. The job has to be exactly what you love doing every moment and every second of the day. But the reality is, it's never going to happen. That's not even going to happen throughout any other aspect of life. So it's definitely not going to happen at a job. And it would be great if that was the case, if everyone could show up at a job they love, doing the thing they're passionate about. But that's not reality. Work is not always fast-paced. It's not always exciting. There are going to be days where you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, wishing you could just go home. You're going to be bored. You're going to be watching the clock. But that is life. And I feel like people have forgotten that. And I can even see how this has bled into the dating world, because people feel the same way about dating. If you're not constantly stimulated, and if everything isn't fast-paced, and you're not always moving and doing, if there's any moment where there's a lull, the relationship starts to fall apart. Because it has to be amazing and exciting and fast-paced all the time. Because the moment things slow down, it doesn't translate to quality time together. It translates to boredom. And when there's boredom, we can't have that, so it's time to move on. But because the world is so fast-paced and no one has any patience anymore, people have forgotten that the day-to-day, the boredom and the in-between, that is normal. That is actually where relationships are built. That's where quality time is spent. And that is where memories are made. And the crazy thing is that when you really stop and look around at society, this becomes very, very obvious, because everyone's movements are very spastic, they're very erratic, they're very chaotic. And as a matter of fact, I would say that all of society is very chaotic. It's almost like controlled mayhem, where everybody's just going in 1,000 miles an hour in 1,000 different directions with no true destination. And it would be one thing if we were adopting all these efficiencies and we had all this convenience because it was saving us so much time and we were doing something very productive with that time. But when you look around, no one's doing anything productive with the extra time that they have. All these conveniences and all these efficiencies that we are obsessed with integrating into our lives, they just keep us trapped in a perpetual cycle of living this chaotic, erratic life where things are very fast-paced and no one can slow down to take it all in. Instead of doing something productive with that extra time, people just keep their faces stuck in their phone and they continue that loop. They scroll, they get the dopamine fix, they buy stuff, they have it delivered at their door within a few hours. They continually trap themselves in this cycle where everything has to be rushed, where everything has to be right now at this very second. But what happens when you rush through life this way and you never take any time to stop and enjoy it? I would say that life just passes you by. All the meaningful moments and the precious memories that you would otherwise have, they get skipped right over. All of the in-between, where all of those things are built, they're missed. People stop living with intention, and instead their lives become nothing more than a series of erratic focal points with nothing but a void of emptiness in between each one. What was a full life in 100 years suddenly becomes nothing more than a segmented, condensed timeline. People are essentially treating their lives like content. They're taking their 1 hour long form video and they're chopping it up into highlights, and then they're condensing it into a 1 minute short. There's no intention and there's no direction. It's just fast-paced mayhem and a life that's not even worth remembering. But I think the silver lining here is that in order for us to regain that time and stretch our timeline back out, All we have to do is just start living with intention. Do things worth remembering. Slow down both physically and mentally, and realize that it was never about the convenience. It was never about that knock at the door when the delivery arrives. It was never about the milestone, and it was always about what it took to get there. It's not about efficiency and chaos and living this fast paced life. It's about patience and delayed gratification. It's about stopping and taking a moment to just take it all in, to experience the peace and the silence and even the boredom, because those are the moments that mean the most.
All right, guys. Yeah, he's right. Like everything is so fast paced. Like everyone has to, uh, like the world has just turned into a big get rich quick scheme. You know what I mean? Like everybody's go 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 go. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta get the bag. I gotta go here. I gotta do this. I gotta travel there. I gotta go to Turks and Caicos. Gotta show people on the gram. Da 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 da. Like it's like Instagram has manifested from an app to an actual like highlight reel. Like that's what I view Instagram as. Like if you want to see some of the best facets of like any single person's life or group of people's life, go on Instagram. It's a giant highlight reel. That's all it is. People showing you they graduated college, bought a house, had a baby, bought a new car, got in a new relationship, started at a new job, played us on a new sports team, got drafted, became a rapper, did that, did this, did this, did this. It's just a highlight reel, guys. You don't really see what goes on behind closed doors, one. And two, even the stuff that goes on behind closed doors, it doesn't even mean that they all did this shit legit. Like especially this year with the Epstein files and stuff, like you find out most of the stuff was rigged. Like Epstein won the lottery himself 3 times. The odds of a one person winning the lottery is already high enough, but this motherfucker won it 3 different times. Come on, bro. That's cool. Like, more power to him, but that's just a reality. And people are just so eager to get through life and go fast. Like most of the time I talk to people, like I'm like, yo, you know what? Living here wouldn't be bad. They're like, oh yeah, but the way of life is too slow. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't understand what that means. The way of life is too slow. Life is supposed to be a slow thing. It's not supposed to shoot by. 50 years ain't supposed to shoot by. Shit, dude, 30 years shot by. I'm 30. Like, you have to, I feel like people have to live more in the moment. And since everything is so, oh, I gotta post this. Like first thing people do every time, pull out their phone, record, right? So it's like that has diluted a lot of things. That has destroyed a lot of facets in which we used to operate. But I just thought this video was interesting because like I said, bro, I doom scrolled all day today. Shit, I doom scrolled for 20 minutes before I even recorded this last bit. Like it's insane. I don't even mean to do it because it's not even like it's like he said, dopamine hit after dopamine hit after dopamine hit, and you just boom 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 dopamine, bro. Just it's like you're like on constant crack cocaine. Like you're always hyped up. So as we used to say back in the day, guys, go touch grass, go socialize. This is for me too. Go socialize, go network, go do what you got to do to get out there. Just watch the video with Kevin Gates. First thing you should do every day is make your bed. Because if you made your bed, you have failed for the day. Or if you don't make your bed, you have failed for the day. Even if it just means folding up the blankets, bro. Making it nice and neat, It's the little things like that that fundamentally become big things. Little practices go a big, big, long way. Little practices go a big, long way. Pause. That sounds crazy, right? But yeah, guys. So that's it. Slow it down a little bit. I'm taking this advice from myself too. Try to slow down and process life and enjoy life and the moments in which life is present. So be present in life, right? And as you watch this video, I need you to do 3 things: like, comment, and subscribe. But big on the subscribe part. Like blow this shit up, guys. Like I'm gonna keep making videos, bro. We're gonna keep going until we get, like I said, 500 is our baby goal, 1,000 is the ultimate goal. So let's get it there. Come back to you for another video because we gotta talk about the junkyard fires again, guys, because there's more of them that caught on fire. At this point, I don't even know how many it is. I know it's over 20, but we'll get back to that part 2 on the next video. Peace.